Let's talk about electrical troubleshooting. First of all, this is a 4600 CL. The CL stands for cordless, which means that the unit runs off of battery power only. For the first test that we're going to do, we're going to get on the pedals and see if we have any resistance. And then I'll show you how to test the alternator if we don't have any resistance. Okay. So as you can see, the pedals are dropping to the floor and there's no resistance. So the first thing that we want to check is whether the alternator brushes are working properly. For this test, I'm going to remove the brown wire on the field terminal and the white wire from the B+ terminal. There's a sticker here so you know which terminal is which. For this test, we have a jumper wire. It's just a simple piece of wire with clips on each end. You can also use a normal piece of wire with insulation stripped off of the ends. There's a small hole in each terminal that you can thread that normal piece through. But since we have this one, we'll connect it from the B+ to the field, and we're going to step for about 10 seconds. It doesn't take long to figure out that we don't have any resistance between the B+ and the field. So what this normally indicates is that the brushes are damaged. I'm going to take a 1/4 inch driver and remove these two hex head bolts. Once I've removed the bolts, I'm going to pull on the field terminal and the brushes should come completely out, like so. And you'll notice that our brushes are actually damaged. They're broken on the ends, and where they should be spring-loaded, they're actually shot. A new pair of brushes is very inexpensive compared to replacing the whole alternator, so always check the brushes first. We actually have a brand new pair of brushes here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and install those. The brushes will face down towards the inside of the alternator. There we go. Okay. Once we put the two screws back in, we'll know whether we have any other problems with the alternator or the electrical system. If your console is disconnected, then it will be necessary to do the B+ to field test to see if you have any resistance. So we'll reconnect our jumper wire and test it out. And as you can see, replacing the brushes is all that was required. Now we have resistance. I'll disconnect our jumper wire, put the brown wire back on the field terminal, and the white wire back on the B+ terminal. And if you noticed before, when I disconnected our console cable, I'll plug that back in as well. Now, there are several other ways to test the electrical system in this unit, but that's the best way by far to test the alternator.